Hey guys, I am here to get into Knight of Cups, which is directed by Terrence Malick and released in the year 2015. And this is just a wonderful depiction that really evolves a lot of what True Life is onto and something of a completely personal kind of odyssey as Kristen Bale is facing a lot of personal crisis as he's just kind of in depths of um, just begging the universe for something of a conversation greater for himself, as he hasn't found a 100% level of fulfillment that he's after in a lot of ways, and he just ultimately studies his relationship around him and just kind of very entertaining way that he's very out to be spiritually cleansing. It's just opera from start to finish. It's a very ambitious kind of Malick product in the screenplay, particularly. It involves a lot of tarot card readings. Very interesting how it kind of conveys a lot of phenomenon around that. And this is just a wonderful depiction of characters' relationship to just um, everything inside and out. You can say he's out to seek just this kind of ultimate. He's just going through a lot of wild parties, a lot of empty rooms, a lot of crowded empty streets, just wandering around. Ultimately, memories are tugging at him, and he's just sort of what do I do with all this? It reminds me a lot of Abbas Kiarostami, particularly. In a way that just, yeah, it's very beautiful. What this film is doing. It's very original, and perhaps it resonates with perhaps a bit of the cold-hearted perspective of an artist's walk in the moments where it's the character just needs to be completely personal with himself in order to fully evolve his perspectives. And this is just quite a complicated take on such a deal. It really evolves. Again, in the 2010s perspective, I think it was a very unique shade of Malick, as he kind of had this foundation with Tree of Life. He kind of ran with absorbing a lot of French New Wave influence. He kind of found his own New Wave, sort of outlook with this project big time, I feel and just it's a lot of good psychological depth to it. I really love Kristen Bell's performance in this. There's a lot of transcendental perspective here, and it just conveys something of a party atmosphere, which is just has all kinds of wonderful imagery from start to finish. I mean, there's so many scenes here that just really hold up as timeless. And I would say it evolves perhaps a lot of the Tree of Life perspective. Tree of Life might just be the balance of cosmos versus the intimacy of the reality. And I think Nine of Cups is a little more of a down to earth way of telling an abstract kind of story in a lot of ways. And you could say that, yeah, there's just this kind of down to earth way of telling, sort of a person trying to have a conversation with something greater than himself. He's just trying to understand a whole new perspective on looking at everything around him. And it just really is breathtaking from start to finish. It's a beautiful film about just kind of just landing the choice, discovering what resonates most for a person along the way. And it's really a beautiful Malick project from start to finish. I strongly recommend it.